Food is something that every living thing in this world needs. However, in modern times, it's being contaminated by diseases, unsafe practices, and even just not preparing it correctly. And even all throughout history, we have been improving the condition of our food. It can still be improved today. The U.S. has gotten stricter as we have progressed as a country. We have gotten stricter with our food laws and just regulations that we have applied on our food, such as the FDA regulating that you have to handle meat in a certain way, and that you have to make sure that all your machines are clean throughout slaughterhouses and even the factory farms. Also, you are now mandated to list the ingredients that you have put in your food, and you have to list any allergens or any carcinogens. So a couple of effects for these regulations that the U.S. has now put on our food is that farmers are now able to produce more organic foods, and they don't have to worry about labeling because it has gotten more strict. So you don't have to worry about if your food's actually organic or if it's genetically modified or anything like that. Also, it's going to allow companies, it's going to force companies to have to produce higher quality food, such as higher quality meats, and they're not going to be able to just take the cheap way out. And basically, the effect this is going to have on your body is going to increase your health, because you're not going to be consuming so much chemicals.
All right, so this graph here shows us that over the past decade, there have been hundreds of food recalls, and most of it's coming from produce or processed food. To me, that is saying something, since the food that we are purchasing to eat, such as fruit, which is advertised as healthy and being good for you, is being recalled out of stores because there's something wrong with the batch or the fruit that we were sold. The graph here also shows us that the meats are getting recalled for having diseases such as salmonella, which there's a process that companies are supposed to go through to check the meat to make sure that it's actually edible and good for you. And this is just an example of companies not caring about the food or the quality of the food that they put out in the store.
On average, 40% of the food that comes into the United States every single year is lost or wasted. That's about $218 billion, or 1.3% of our GDP. Also, to add to that fact, 24% of every single landfill in the United States is food. So why is it all being wasted? The FDA estimates that around $10 million is being wasted in the U.S., all because of food recalls. That's a lot of money being wasted because people don't want to do their job and check our food. All around the world, food is in danger. We need to establish regulations all around the world instead of just in certain parts or even just certain countries of it. As humans, we enjoy food from all around the world, and if the food that we are importing or even exporting out of our country is safe and regulated, isn't safe and regulated, then that's just asking for a new foodborne illness to spread, and therefore bringing the destruction of the economy and the world. The end.